got it. There we go. Okay, cool. All right, everybody. So I'm going to get started here. My name is Brent Shaw, and I've been with Isagenix for 11 years. I can tell you all the formal stuff, that's all the terminology and all that kind of stuff, but let's just say that I've been here long enough and I've done enough stuff with Isagenix that they just.
Brent, you muted yourself.
All right, we'll try again. All right, so everybody, my name is Brent Shaw, and I've been with Isagenix. Look, you don't even have to really be that good at computers to know how to do this business. I've been with Isagenix for 11 years, and I have done a lot of things with Isagenix. I could go through all that list and all that kind of stuff and tell you, but quite honestly, it probably wouldn't be that impressive anyway. But corporate did decide to let me be a presenter. And by the end of this, they might have wished that they hadn't done that, but nonetheless, here I am. I'm here to give you some information. All right. So my Isagenix story, my basic Isagenix story is that I've been with Isagenix, and when I started, I was not a great customer. I just kind of started with some random stuff and went from there. So not everybody comes in to do the business, right? So I'm going to start with the screen share that I've got here. Okay. All right. So your ideal life. This is the first of the screen, right? So the first thing is your ideal life. And to me, that sounds like a lot to ask and talk about in 25 minutes. So I'm just going to kind of give you some of my thoughts on what what your ideal life might make up from, or something like that. And for those of you who have seen a few of these, I'm sure everybody's is just a little bit different. The goal of this is to be something that you can kind of look at and be able to imagine yourself being able to present this to somebody else if you wanted to. My ideal life was this, right? So this was my work in my community. So for 21 years, I did the thing on the left. And for the last 11 years, I've been doing the thing on the right. And the things that is part of your ideal life is what your work is, what your community is, what your network is, your family and your friends. That's kind of my ideal life, if you will. So the things that you do that kind of make you happy are what makes up part of your ideal life. And part of that is fitness, right? Fitness and longevity. So prior to Isagenix, I was always involved in fitness, and Isagenix has allowed me to continue to be involved in fitness and to promote self-care and promote talking to people and helping people find their level of longevity, or their idea of fitness, or their idea of self-care. Travel. Prior to Isagenix, I did some different stuff. I saw armored cars, and that's from Dubai, right? So, but with Isagenix, I've been able to travel, and I've been able to have, what I don't call it time freedom, because I don't really think that that's completely true, but it definitely is time flexibility and time quality. So what is it that you're doing with your time and the quality that you're doing? And the contributions that you can do. Prior to Isagenix, I was a triathlete, and in this one, I was taking a co-triathlete along with me that was a paraplegic, and so I swam with them, and I ran with them, and I biked with them, and that contribution has continued within Isagenix. My wife and I continue to promote and donate to the Isagenix Foundation to try to help others and do those things. So those are the things, when I'm talking to you about what your ideal life is, those are the things I want you to think about. What is your work? What is your passion? What is the things that you would like to have time to do, or the opportunity to do? And how would you do that? And if you're new, or you're maybe kind of new, like Liz was talking about earlier, you've got some ideas about the business, but now you're kind of looking at what might this be for you, and is this for you? Right. So the thing that attracted me to Isagenix, quite honestly, were some of these things that I'm talking about here. There is no storefront. I don't have to have a store. I've got plenty of stuff in my garage. I'm a car guy, right? So I don't want more stuff in my garage. I don't want pots and pans and silverware and candles. That's for Carla. And those kind of things in my garage. I don't need employees. I want to be able to, be with my family and travel and do the things I want to do without employees. The minimal investment. there is an investment in Isagenix, and I don't kid yourself. I think in any network marketing business, there is an opportunity to do things, and you're going to have to offer something out, right? Whether that's helping somebody else, helping some team members, throw a party or throw an event, or you're just buying your products to get started. Those kind of minimal investments exist, and it's just up to you to decide what you're going to invest and how much of your time, because that's an investment, right? And how much of your money that you want to invest into Isagenix to turn this virtual store on, right? And when I talk about a virtual store, I want you to think about this. There's a lot of people out there that say that they're with Isagenix, but their store is closed. They don't promote it. They don't talk about it. If somebody comes and knocks on their door and opens that virtual door and says, hey, do you sell Isagenix in here? They're going to say yes. And then the person may or may not buy. And then they walk back out, and the next person that's standing there has no idea what's behind that door, because they don't invest in showing that their storefront is open. So even though you have a storefront, if you will, you've got to show that that storefront is open. And how do you do that? You offer trainings, you get involved in trainings, you get involved in events like this one, this training, this is an event, right? You market yourself, you market the opportunity, and you use social media to show people, hey, look, my store is open, right? If you follow me on social media, my social media is about my life and who I am as a person, but I put in enough Isagenix to let people know that this is what I do, and this is how I'm making it happen, right? Opportunity awaits. This screen, it's okay, right? There's lots of opportunity, right? And I think that the thing to take away from here isn't these massive numbers. I think the thing to take away from here is that these targets, this wellness, the beauty, the biohacking, the vitamins, and the savings information at the bottom, but those are what Isagenix does, and you can see that the numbers indicate that those things are getting better, and that there's more opportunity there as we want to continue to look at it. And the last one I think is important in the fact that there is a savings change, right? There is a budget issue in this world right now that we're living in, and we kind of need to think about how we can impact that and how we can help others with that, right? The company. So I've been with the company since 2011. I started buying the products in 2011 and started kind of getting involved more in the actual business by like 2013. But I didn't come in as a marketer. I had no experience with network marketing at all. I didn't hate it or didn't like it. I didn't know anything about it. So I just used the products, and that's what I did for the first year, almost year and a half. So the company's been in operation since 2002. You can read all this stuff. There's 425 legacy members. Tracy and I are legacy member number 230. So that means that we earned a certain amount of money in order, well, the $1 million mark is what they call it, right? So you earn this amount of money and then you become this legacy member, right? So there are those members. And so if you think we made ours in 2017 and we were 230, so they've made another couple hundred since then. So that just indicates to you, or should indicate to you, that this company is continuing to grow and we're continuing to expand, and that we're in these different global markets. And I think it's really important that you look at these as opportunity zones of where you could insert yourself. And if you are a travel person, then you pick those ones out that you really want to travel to, and you identify those, and then you can, work toward having a reason to go there and be part of your business, right? The QR code at the far right of this screen, I encourage you to scan it, to look at it. It will help you guide you through some of this information. But nutrition and weight management, right? That's Isagenix, right? We're all about nutrition and weight management. That's kind of where we started. That's our core. That is what we do. I am really, really big into it. I can tell you that myself, my wife, my son, we use Isagenix. We've used Isagenix, and we use it every single day. He's in college. His dorm is full of it. And I'm sure that the other 2 kids that are in the dorm room with him are probably enjoying the benefits of his nutrition as well. So natural beauty, the things that Isagenix offers there, the energy and focus, the stress, the sleep, the gut health, which I'm a huge proponent of gut health, and obviously the fitness side of it. The reason that I think these are important is that this shows you that if you have an interest in all of these, that's fantastic. But if you have a specific interest in one of these, that's great as well. And you can use that knowledge and you can use that information that you have to promote that particular category, right? So if you are really in nutrition and weight management, if you're really into natural beauty, if you know somebody in the beauty industry, if you know somebody who's got some problems with their focus and energy, those are all targets that you can tap into, or you can choose to be an ambassador or a person that can provide information about any and all of those things. And I think that this is a really powerful screen. In fact, quite honestly, it's probably one of the most powerful. Build and leverage a community. So some people may look at that word. I looked at that word at first. And I was like, leverage your community. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I guess it kind of depends on how you look at it, right? So my idea behind building and leveraging my community is that I leverage my community. What is my community? My community is my social media community. My community is the people that I go out and I introduce myself to. I look at my, and those of you that are on my team, you know this, I promote this all the time. I talk about it as being a funnel, right? So all the people that you introduce yourself to and talk with and communicate with, those are all people that can be part of your funnel. And then it's just a matter of funneling those people into the environment that you want them to see. And if you want them to see your Isagenix, then you need to have a platform, whatever platform you choose to be, whether it's email, whether it's social media, Instagram, Facebook, Snap, whatever it is that you're wanting to do, but you funnel those people into that part that you want them to see. That's your community. And then as you do that, you can see the benefit of making that happen, right? So everybody begins the same. Everybody in Isagenix begins the same. We begin with 1 and we enroll 2 if you want to become a income earner within Isagenix. You enroll 2 people, and then those people, you help them to do the same, and you help duplicate that throughout your entire network. And the great thing about Isagenix, and I'm not going to go into the super deep because again, there's a QR code there, there's cycle information there, talks about how much money you can make. But I want you to think about this. If you are a coach, if you are a leader, if you like to share and educate people, this is an opportunity to do that. Because with the way Isagenix has this design is that it doesn't matter where they're at in your network. If you can help them, then they eventually help you in the income side of this, because it's the whole cycle thing, right? One of the things that Isagenix has asked us to talk to you about is this. I want you to think about the amount of money that would make a difference in your life today, right? Like if I said to you, Brenda, what would make what dollar amount in a month would make a difference to you? Okay. And if you said, well, Brent, you know what, $1,000 would make a difference in my life. If I had an extra $1,000 a month, then that would really help. Then my coaching to you would be, okay, let's take $1,000 and let's divide $1,000 by 4, right? Because there are 4 weeks in a month, right? So 4 weeks in a month. So if you divide 1,000 by 4, that's $250, right? So that's an extra $250 a week. Well, what is an extra $250 a week in Isagenix? Well, you take 250 and you divide it by 54, right? So roughly that's 5. So about 5 of these cycles, if you made 5 of those cycles a month, then that's going to be your additional $250 a month, which is going to be your additional $1,000 per month, or $250 a week, $1,000 a month. That is the basis, the basic side of how we do this. Now, you may have bigger goals. Brenda may be like, hey, look, $1,000 isn't even going to like that. When I started Isagenix, my little short story on that is that, like, when I got my first couple of checks, because we had some serious financial issues, I kind of laughed. I'm like, yeah, what's this going to do for me, right? So 1,000 wasn't the number for me, right? It needed to be significantly more. But whatever that number is to you, I want you to consider that number, and I want you to think what it is, and I want you to understand that number. What is it? Is it 5? Is it 10? Is it 20, 30, 40, 50? What is that number that you need to cycle per week in order to obtain that number? And once you understand that, then it's the rest of it's math, right? You can break it down, you look at it, and you dive through it, and you can make that math happen. If you are willing to invest your network, your community, your influence into this program that's afforded to us all, we can do that. And the great thing about it is that you get to do it as a community. You get to do it with other people and really be able to make that happen, right? So this is kind of it.
Hey, Brent.
Yes.
There's a question in the chat, the difference between BV and GV.
Okay, thank you for asking me that. I can't see that because I've got my screen up here. And it's not GV, it's QV. So the difference that you're looking at there is BV is the business volume. Everything in Isagenix, and I really hate to go into this too much, but I'm going to answer the question. BV is business volume, meaning every item that Isagenix sells has a volume attached to it, right? That is the volume. So Isagenix says, look, you need 900 BV to happen in order to make this money, right? QV is qualifying volume, meaning that you have to have 100 QV, 100 qualifying volume personally every single month in order to stay what we refer to as active. And because Isagenix offers discounts and the way Isagenix does it, even though they might discount a product in price wise, they still give you the QV, right? So the QV is like, hey, this is kind of a give me, right? Isagenix saying here, we're going to give you the qualifying volume anyway, because we want to make it easier for you to be what they refer to as active, and they want it to be easier to make money, right? That's the amazing thing about Isagenix. I've been with them this long. I get paid every Monday, and I've never missed a paycheck, right? So I've never missed it ever. Isagenix has never missed paying me. I guess I should say it that way, right? So these are the ranks. These are the things, right? This is what this looks like. And if you look at this final one, whether you're the first one that says 10 cycles, or whether you're the one that says that you want to make 250 cycles a week, all of those are possibilities, right? And those possibilities exist in a very real way. So I want those of you that took the time to break out your calculator, take that 250 and take that times 54. See what that looks like to you, right? And that's a week, right? That's real money, that's real opportunity, and that really does happen for people within this business. But it also happens for people in this business that do the 1 star, right? That make the 10 cycles or the 5 cycles. I've got plenty of people on this team, on my team, that do 2, 3, 4, 5 cycles a week because they get their products for free, right? That's all they're really trying to accomplish, is to get their products, I shouldn't say for free, but they get their products paid for. So they get paid and then they buy their products, and they get paid and they buy their products. If that's all you wanted to do, that's totally doable. How many of us would go to the grocery store more often if we knew that if we went to the grocery store and we checked out, at the end of the checkout, they were going to give us our money back, right? If I brought a friend with me to the grocery store and they bought groceries, then guess what? Some of what they get is going to pay for my groceries. Would you do that? Would you be open to learning how to do that? That is what this is about, right? So how do you get started? Within Isagenix, we get started by being a customer. Everybody comes in as a customer. You sign up, you find somebody that you want to learn from or be educated by, and you sign up. And maybe those of you that are on here, you've got that person that's already brought you this call. That's fantastic. Right now, through the end of this year, changing your account to an associate is free. If you haven't done that, even if you're just learning, you might as well do it because it's free. So convert yourself to an associate, get that associate status so that you can have your back office, you can have an email address, you can have not an email address, but a URL code, right? So that you can be able to send people to your back office so that they can shop at your grocery store, right? Do those things, do that little piece, because that is the basis for getting started with Isagenix, is becoming a customer, loving the products, right? And once you love the products, then become an associate so that you have the opportunity to be able to do more and to help others do, right? So this is the full page for those of you who are looking at the full page of how this lays out. All the QR codes are on here. If you are in Isagenix or you go into your Isagenix back office, you go into isagenixbusiness.com. That's isagenixbusiness, all one word, .com. And you will, it's a very easy link to follow. You can click on that. You'll find all the stuff about the call opportunities and how to get started within Isagenix. So that's the, I know some of these calls are like, some of them trying to push it, 30, 40 minutes. Honestly, the goal of this is to show people how simple it is to duplicate and show others what Isagenix is and how you can promote the business, promote the opportunity, and grow your network of influence and be able to actually earn money in this business. All right. So are there any questions? Can I answer any questions for anybody? Liz, how'd I do? Do all right? Fantastic. All right. Thank you guys very much. All right. That's all I'm going to share with you guys today. All right. I'm going to keep this nice and short and make sure that everybody understands that if you have questions, reach out to the person that invited you to the call, and hopefully they can help you out and get you started and show you how to obtain what quality of life or your ideal life within Isagenix. All right. Thank you guys very much. Have a fan. Oh, go ahead, Cynthia.
Hey, Brent, there was a great question. Where do you get the individual slides? Is anyone sharing your beautiful slides?
Okay, so let me stop the record and I'll give you that. Well, I'll put it here. I don't care. So I had to create that, right? So I had to chop and cut that all up. So
Yeah.
if you send me a message on Facebook, because I don't want to click a bunch of things here. I'm happy to under
Okay.
Facebook. On Facebook, I'm Lee Brentshaw. So if you go to Facebook and you type in Lee Brentshaw and you send me a message, I will send you. I will connect with you so that I can send you these slides.
Okay,
And then
great.
it's a PowerPoint. You can have it. I don't care. Use it any place you want. But I actually had to go in and like copy and cut and all this kind of stuff and use my limited technology skills to make that happen. So yes.
Did a nice job. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Absolutely. Anybody else? All right. Fantastic. You guys have a
Brent,
fantastic day. Thanks for taking the time to be here. Elizabeth, go ahead.
Thank you.
I'm just not on your team. I was wondering if I could get a copy of the recording.
I am going to record it, and then I think I'm supposed to send it to Mike. So I've got it recorded, so I'll send it to Mike when I'm done. Okay, cool.
Thanks,
All right.
Brent. Thank you very much. I heard
Okay,
that the
we'll see you guys.
recordings are property of you guys who's doing the meeting. So thank you for sharing that. I really appreciate it.
Yep, I'll share it with Mike, and they can do it.
Thanks, Brent. Awesome.
All right, thank you guys so much. Go ahead, Cynthia.
Well, in Facebook, there are Lee Brent Shaws, but they're saying Wichita's, I don't know, from the beach. I don't know who
Yep,
you
that's
are.
me. If it's got if it's got working from the beach or something.
Oh, yeah.
from the
Okay,
beach,
great.
that's
I'm
me.
adding you.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I'm the beach guy. Yeah, that's
Okay,
my
thank you.
URL. Yeah.
Thanks.
You bet.
Yeah, he's a beach.
Yeah,
He's a beach, all right. That's what I was gonna say.
I've been called worse.
Lee
All right.
Branch.
Great
You guys
job,
have a
Brent.
fantastic day.
Great
All right, have a
job.
great day. All right. Thank you guys.
Bye. Thank you. Awesome job.
Thank you.
Thank you.